Welcome to another Coffee and Contemplation brought to you by Spotlight Recovery. It is April 17th, and welcome to the new 4K setup. I am very excited about this, so please let me know in the comments, how does it look, how does it sound? You feel this is an improvement from what we were doing before? Would love the feedback. So anyway, enough of me nerding out about tech stuff. We've got a cool reflection today. It's short but sweet, but I had to share it because it talks about where the Serenity prayer came from in AA and how it got connected, and I just quickly searched up who the prayer is originally credited to. It was cool, so we'll see how much we can get out of it, but I just wanted to share that info with you because I thought it was really neat. All right, so April 17th, Learning in Quiet. From page 108. Okay, in 1941, a news clipping was called to our attention by a New York member. In an obituary notice from a local paper, there appeared these words: God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Never had we seen so much AA in so few words. With amazing speed, the Serenity Prayer came into general use. In meditation, debate has no place. We rest quietly with the thoughts or prayers of a spiritually centered people who understand, so that we may experience and learn. This is the state of being that so often discovers and deepens a conscious contact with God. So the first citation from AA Comes of Age, page 196. The second paragraph here is from the AA 12 and 12, pages 101 and 100. And so this overall reflection was pulled from As Bill Sees It. So that's where the page 108 is from. At the top there, I know it's a little all over. And then the last was that the Serenity Prayer is credited to American theologian Reinhold Niebuhr. I hope I said that right. Sorry, dude. But yeah, so I just thought this was really cool. I found it on this neat website just for Today Meditations. It's got tons of cataloged daily reflections, which was awesome. So I was super happy with that, and I'm going to look some more into that in that website and everything because I think that's really neat. But anyway, I just seeing that, and especially to 1941, like I'm shooting this video in 2024. Pardon me. So I just got back from the gym. I'm all but so I thought that was just really neat, just to see that creditation from there. So I don't know if this was if this was an obituary from an AA member or not, or from somebody else. It doesn't specify. It says that the attention was given to them by a member. So I don't know. I wish they specified that. That would be cool to know. But it's neat to know where the prayer came from originally, and then how it was found and brought into AA. And I love that they said it there. Never had we seen so much AA in so few words. With amazing speed, the Serenity Prayer came into general use. And I mean, I love this prayer. I really do. And I totally got to the point, I'm sure we all do after we've been going to 12-step meetings for a while, where the words kind of get beat to death a little bit, and you're just like, okay, yeah, here we go, recite it again, like for sure. And that's just with anything where there's like a lot of repetition. But the language in it and the prayer is just so powerful. And I really like how they'd said we'd never seen so much AA in so few words, because that perspective and these three different pieces of the prayer, and this is the shortened version, of course. There is a much longer one, by the way. Forgot to mention that, so check that out too, which is really cool. I like the shortened one. But anyway, so with these three different pieces, it just offers such important perspective that we as recovering addicts need, and just that mindset to constantly think about and put things through that filter in our minds whenever we're deciding an action, a thought, a behavior. Going through this, it's a filter essentially. That's how I look at it, at least. And what I really like and what really helps me, try to do better every day. So the first step of it, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Right? So looking at a situation, well, first question, can I change it? The answer is no, which usually is actually going to be majority of the time, right? Then, okay, grant me serenity. I can't change the situation. Help me be at peace with that. So that's number one. Second piece of it, the courage to change the things we can. So, first question, can I change this? Yes. Okay. Whoa. Now, depending on what it is, it's easy to have a fear response of that. And okay, I got to do something. Time to step up here. So now, God, give me courage to change this thing that I can. I've realized I can change it. Give me courage in order to do so. And then the last, which is a great, the point that distinguishes the two, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that piece, I think, is really important. And I like that perspective around it. And why I say it's important specifically for us in recovery is because when, as addicts, we live in this self-will, push hard, push through, make it happen, manipulate it to happen. Our lives are so focused on changing things around us instead of changing ourselves, and we become amazing at convincing ourselves we can change something, we have the right to change something, we're changing something in a healthy or good, decent way. Like, our disease, the father of lies, just tells us this endless list of bullshit of all these things that we can or try to change around us, things that are outside of us, which is what causes so much harm, is so unhealthy, is so damaging, because we don't apply the wisdom to know the difference between, is this a situation that I can change, yes or no? We don't ask that. Typically, the disease asks, how do I change this situation to make it the way that I want? And that, at points and whatever, sure, you can argue back and forth on how much it serves us versus not. Regardless, when you come now into recovery and are looking back on how much harm a lot of this did cause and how much it still can cause if we're not thinking with a healthier, more spiritual, honest, think with thought process. No, don't get derailed here. If we're not thinking, if we're not coming at it from this sort of mental space, then there's a lot more space to do more harm. There's a lot of space for us to get back in these old character defects, for deciding we have the ability or the right to change a situation when we may not. So that line of the wisdom to know the difference of, can I change this? Yes or no? If I can't, please give me serenity to accept the fact that I cannot change that. If I can, please give me courage so that I can change it and do whatever I need to do to change it for the better, for the healthier, better for others, whatever it may be. Changing those motives in the recovery application of this thinking as opposed to the old addict thinking before. So that's what really stands out for me with this prayer. That's why I like it so much and wanted to break that down a little bit and just talk about this because it's like 12-step history, and that's just really cool. So there's all of that piece. The second piece, it's for me, they seem kind of like two reflections in one, but there's some nice points in it too. In meditation, debate has no place. To me, that's synonymous with the line of, you can't do meditation wrong. And I really like that line. I like that line. I like that thought. Because a lot of people, when we come into recovery, we may have little to no experience with meditation. I had some, but I was a really angry little bastard. And so that just didn't work. The way I was trying before didn't work for me. And how I was taught meditation originally was a really bad fit for me. So I needed to find other forms of meditation that would work a lot better. So that thought of, debate has no place, you can't do meditation wrong. What's important is just to be trying to do it, to be building some form of a spiritual connection through this program, taking some time to try to find and develop some inner peace. Really important and good stuff. So I just wanted to mention that. We rest quietly with the thoughts or prayers of spiritually centered people who understand, so that we may experience and learn. So both inside and outside of 12-step rooms. I mean, for me, originally, this just screams sponsorship, fellowship, building that support system. And then outside of that, too, with whatever other forms your spiritual journey or curiosity may take. Or even if you don't want to use that word, just then that path for you of finding more peace may take, right? More comfort. however that's going to look. It's just connecting with other people whom you are getting those same and good vibes from, and then wanting to learn and grow from them, like do what they did, you know? This is the state of being that so often discovers and deepens a conscious contact with God. So then even beyond, again, the God word, if that's blockage for you, which is fine, deepens the conscious contact with others around you, with other people in your life or outside of your life you want to bring into your life, the rest of the world in general, nature, you know, there's so many things. So it's just deepening that conscious contact, being present, getting out of self, all of these things that are just so important for us in recovery because they're so opposite of addiction in a lot of ways. And yeah, so there we go. I'm going to wrap up with that. So I hope you enjoyed today's reflection. I hope you enjoyed the new setup. Please, like I said, down in the comments, let us know what you think. How's this looking and sounding? How does this feel? And what stands out for you in this reflection today? How do you feel about the Serenity Prayer? Would love to hear those thoughts and everything. So please check them out. I do recovery coaching with people. So if you're liking some of the things I've been talking about today, but want to learn how to incorporate them more into your recovery, feel like these are stuck points for you, then please reach out to me. Link info's in the description there. Reach out, be happy to connect and see if there's a way that I can support you in your recovery. And also in that description are other ways that Spotlight Recovery can support you. We've got other recovery coaching videos, a podcast, blog, and newsletter are all in the works right now. So take a look and be sure to keep coming back for those so you don't miss any of this info. And then last are ways that you can support Spotlight Recovery. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. All the YouTube things really help. Donating to the project, becoming a member, or getting yourself some branded merch. It's all down there. Check it all out. We really appreciate it. But for now, thank you for stopping by and enjoying this video today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed 24, applying the Serenity Prayer in your recovery today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.